Hey everybody, this is Patriots Worldwide. Welcome back to the podcast. And today we're going to talk about our close but devastating loss to the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm going to give my predictions and takes for Thursday night's matchup against the New York Jets. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it and begin. After sustaining an injury late last season, tight end Hunter Henry stepped up big, hauling in 8 receptions for 109 yards. Henry has shown that he has not lost a step and has no intentions of slowing down or stepping down whatsoever. It also helps that he has a good quarterback in Jacoby Brissett, and the two have a great chemistry together, and this duo is going to blossom into the future as time goes on. And having Alex Van Pelt as an offensive coordinator, the sky is the limit for these two. As we know, Van Pelt is a great coordinator, and he knows how to maximize the talent and potential of all his players. Running back Antonio Gibson showcased his ability today, rushing for 96 yards on 11 carries, including a 40-yard run halfway through the fourth quarter to give New England some momentum. Gibson is also showcasing that he has the ability to take on the role of our next big receiving back, as New England has had so many of them, especially during the great dynasty years. To name a few, we've got James White, Shane Vereen, Rex Burkhead, Corey Dillon, and so many more. Hopefully Gibson can etch his name onto that list as the year progresses and as he can continue to grow and develop as a player. New England lost this game 23-20 in a game that had to go to overtime and came down to the wire. The feeling was very frustrating, but at the same time it was very understandable, and there was a lot of positive takeaways as we looked good even though we lost. For starters, wide receiver Jalen Polk received his first touchdown of his career, and it was very nice to see it happen at home in front of the fans. Ramondre Stevenson had himself another touchdown, which was awesome to see his stock continue to grow. Jacoby Brissett had himself another great game, a very clean game at that. No turnovers or anything like that, and he made plays when he had to. The only downside was seeing this O-line struggle and seeing players go down with injuries. Most notably, Captain Jawan Bentley, our linebacker, and he's been a captain for many years and a great locker room guy and just an overall great leader. It's just a shame to see him go down and most likely be out for the year. Keon White recorded another sack, which is also good for his stock as we get to see him develop and grow into a defensive force to be reckoned with. And Kyle Duggar himself, he had a great game as well, having 9 tackles and 1 sack. So overall, even though we lost, on this chart, this game has more pros than cons, and going forward, I cannot wait to see what we do against the Jets, which leads me into our next topic, the keys to victory. My biggest key to victory is our defense has to play their best ball they've played all season. Aaron Rodgers, despite coming off of an injury, is a player you do not want to mess with or give time or even underestimate for the slightest. Our pass rush needs to take care of him by not giving him enough time in the pocket and making sure that he is miserable. Our coverage, such as Christian Gonzalez, John Jones, Alex Austin, Marcus Jones, Jabril Peppers, Kyle Duggar, anyone in coverage for that matter, has to make sure that Garrett Wilson and Mike Williams are taken care of and accounted for, because we do not want another mishap and a miscommunication that happened last week against DK Metcalf. On offense, Jacoby Brissett needs all the protection he can, which is a very tough ask given our shaky O-line, and our offensive line is also missing a few key players. But we need to see Demario Douglas and Jalen Polk get the ball more. Ramondre Stevenson should have another great game, as he is seeming to be an unstoppable force. Alex Van Pelt is a master at game planning, and I truly trust him to make sure that we give this game everything we've got and potentially come out with a win. If everything is done perfectly and executed properly, I see us winning this game and pulling off another big upset. 2 upsets in 3 weeks is something that the Mayo era needs to capitalize on. All right, thank you all so much for listening, and I believe I've gone over everything I want to go over leading up to Thursday. And speaking of Thursday, given that it's a short game week, I figured a shorter podcast episode would be appropriate. But going into this game, the conclusion could truly go either way, as the Jets have not been living up to their expectations, and as the Patriots have been looking as shaky as they have been, they've already pulled off 1 upset victory, so another one could happen. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. All I want to see is the Patriots leave everything on that field. Whether they win or lose, I want to see them try their best. With Alex Van Pelt, DeMarcus Covington, and head coach Gerard Mayo scheming and game planning, anything is possible. I hope next Sunday I'll be able to talk about another upset victory in the Gerard Mayo era and continue to keep rolling and keep gaining victories and seeing this team get better and blossom as the future continues to grow. Hope you guys have a good day and enjoy the game Thursday. Let's get this victory and let's shock the world once again. Go Pack!